Welcome, Powder Keg. It is Brian Zane, joined by Jeremy Blanchard, and this is the Basebrawl 4 Bases Loaded pre-show happening live right here at PK Park. Jeremy, this Saturday, May 24th, right where we are standing, the ring is going to be set up here just along the first baseline of the beautiful Pat Kilkenny Park, and we are going to have so many fans who've already seen that Vancouver Canadians game gathering around the ring to watch a whole evening of exciting POW wrestling action. It's one of our favorite events of the year. I can't wait for it.
Look what happens when you get a new host, a new venue. We're not in a drafty little studio, Brian Zane.
Sure. Well, regardless, this is our fourth event here at Basebrawl PK Park. We love our relationship with the Eugene Emeralds. Of course, they're the local baseball team here. And speaking of which, Jeremy, I think one of your favorite guys is here.
Smells like wet dog.
Talking about the mascot for the M's. I'm talking about the one and only Sluggo.
Sluggitos over here.
Yeah, the namesake of the Sluggo screw job. You remember him pretty well.
Oh yeah, I remember very, very vividly. I remember that guy. He's always sticking his nose in his business he doesn't belong.
Well, you know, we saw him just walk across here. He just patrols the grounds here at PK Park, and we've seen a lot of him at Basebrawls in the past, and we're sure to see him in action when the show goes live. Of course, if you can't be here at PK Park on May 24th, you got to join us live on the YouTube channel. You know Sluggo's going to be there. Of course, it's happening after the ball game, so for those of us watching on YouTube, you know, set your watch between 7:30 and 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time in the evening. Some great matches that the Powder Keg new and old are going to appreciate. We've got a matchup for the POW Tag Team Championships. Those were the, hey, watch out, Sluggo. Hey, we're friendly. We're all friends here. We're all friends here. These mascots. They got a mind of their own. But of course, Jeremy, you know a thing or two about the tag titles here at PK Park. It was you and Bubba defending those belts in the first main event of Basebrawl against the Hammer Brothers.
That's correct. And like I said earlier, somebody ruined that for us. He's been walking around behind us. I'll tell you what, he's pushing me already.
Well, the tag titles are certainly, he's getting ready for the show, folks. He's getting the chairs ready. One of the big matches to look forward to is for the POW Tag Team titles as the Hess Clan defend against the Flamin' Aces. Now, Jeremy, we know that Zay Perez and Spencer Scott, they've been knocking on the door for tag titles here at POW for a very long time. But the Hess Clan, Wade, Dom, and you can't forget Uncle Sid, they are a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. Flamin' Aces are the up-and-coming team in POW Pro Wrestling. We know this. They're just looking for that break. But I'm telling you right now, Hess has a three-headed monster that's very, very, very hard to overcome.
Yeah, Sluggo.
Flamin' Aces! You want to go on what? 2-on-2? 2.5 with the Hess Clan? Daddy, you don't stand a chance. Woo!
Boys, let me tell you something. You think you're gonna roll into Eugene, Oregon at PK Park on May 24th at Basebrawl number 4 and take on the POW Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions? Well, Flamin' Aces, let me tell you something, boys. You might be real hot. You might be real hot right now. But at Basebrawl 4 at PK Park, the Hess Clan is gonna burn you down.
I want to wear Sluggo!
Certainly, Jeremy, the Flamin' Aces are riding a huge wave of momentum right now, but arguably the tag team champions have an even bigger rush behind them, especially after what they did to Funny Bone and Drexel.
They took him out.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, took him out. And that's exactly what's going to happen. The Flamin' Aces aren't on their game 100%. They've got a lot. Go get your game film. Go do something because you've signed a big check and I hope you can cash it. We'll see.
Certainly going to be a hard battle, a big test for Scott and Perez. And speaking of tag team action, we try to get as many people on the card as we can here at Basebrawl, and we have an all-star 12-person tag team matchup here. It's going to be Team Jonas Albert Robinson versus Team King Naja. Of course, it was Naja who was in charge of things last month at POW when yours truly was on vacation. And of course, Jonas, you know, your friend and mine, he cannot help himself when it comes to starting things, and that's why He's recruited 5 other individuals, and Naj just recruited 5.
4. I've heard we might get the starting pitcher from the Emeralds in there. It's not set in stone yet, though.
Of course, we are here at PK Park, not just for this countdown show, but also we're going to be here live Saturday, May 24th for Basebrawl 4, Bases Loaded. And Jeremy, not just yourself, but someone else has a great history here at PK Park in the wrestling ring. I'm talking about Jack and Sledge, the Hammer Brothers, the former 3-time POW Tag Team Champions, unbeaten here at PK Park.
Well, I'll tell you what, you need some remodeling done. PK Park needs something done here and there. Explosion's gonna happen. Remodeling's gonna happen. Jackhammering's gonna happen. Let me tell you something, they're on a roll, baby.
That's right, the construction site match, it has been signed and has been made official right here for Basebrawl 4 as the Alpha Sigma squad battle Jack and Sledge Hammer. Of course, Brendan Royce and Caleb Kennedy, they're a team that has been fighting for legitimacy and for respect here in POW Pro Wrestling. And if there's one team they can knock off, especially in a venue such as this, in a match such as the construction site matchup, if the Alpha Sigma squad can get the job done, it's only going to be upwards for them.
Hey, ass is on fire, let me tell you. I'll tell you right now, you ever heard of the Dark Horse? You ever heard of the Cinderella team? That's my pick, baby. They're going home with the gold.
Well, it's not going to be for championships in the construction site matchup.
Come on.
But there's going to be a lot of
That's probably what
pride.
you're doing.
Sure. Either way, let's hear from both the Hammers and the Alpha Sigma squad ahead of this monumental match.
What a hell of a win for the Alpha Sigma squad, defeating IPA in their own game. What a family affair that was.
And you see, May 24th at Basebrawl 4, we got the undefeated Hammer Brothers.
Undefeated.
And you wanted to face us in your own construction zone match? Well, you assume that you're going to win this. But May 24th marks the ascension of the Alpha Sigma squad. And if you're not ready for that, Hammer Brothers, screw you.
About to hit this out of the park. Bang!
This Saturday, May 24th, at Basebrawl 4, Bases Loaded, the Hammer Brothers have a very special treat for all you M's fans and the Powder Gang when we bring you the construction site match. At Basebrawl 4, Bases Loaded, the bases aren't the only thing that's gonna be loaded. The fries will be loaded, the nachos will be loaded, the wheelbarrow will be getting loaded, and our opponent's underpants will be loaded when they look across the ring at the 3-time POW Tag Team Champions, the Hammer Brothers, because when you're a hammer, everybody looks like a nail.
You heard the energy, you could feel the energy from Jack and Sledge in that interview there. Of course, they're always ready. Like I mentioned, they are undefeated at PK Park in the previous 3 Basebrawl events. And Jeremy, you picked Alpha Sigma Squad to win this one, but in a venue like this, in a setting such as this, my money is on the Hammer Brothers. Let's talk about the #1 contender, Basebrawl Scramble. Another institution here at PK Park, Jeremy, is the 6-person scramble. Every time we've had it here, it has been electric.
Yes, it has. Excitement. This is one of my favorite things that we do here at Basebrawl. I can't wait for it.
You never know what's going to happen, who's going to go where, or jump off from where in the Basebrawl Scramble. Let's run down who's in contendership for this matchup. We've got Chris Brady, Marcus Eriks, Matt Brannigan, Joey Thornton, Caden Cassidy, and Mickey Montoya. Jeremy, you got a couple of former champions, POW champion, Wrestling with Regret YouTube champion, involved in this matchup, but also a couple of young up-and-comers whose careers could benefit massively with a victory here.
That's excitement. I'm really hoping to see my men from the Jeremy rise to the top.
Montoya and Thornton, obviously, they've got the numbers advantage on their side for this one. I'm not going to count out my friend and the former YouTube champion, Chris Brady. And then, of course, there's Matt Brannigan, who, ever since he's debuted here in POW, I've never been quite able to really figure him out. But you cannot deny the success and the massive popularity of Brannigan since he's made his mark here. So really, it's anyone's matchup. Well, coming up on our main event for Basebrawl, we saved the best for last, and this one, well, it could be the best for Drexel, not so much for the POW Pro Wrestling champion, Charlie Avell. It could be a long night at the park for Mr. Avell.
Could you imagine what this match could do to pretty Charlie's face? I don't even want to think about it. I just can't. I'm nervous for him.
Yeah, I would even admit as much as myself, Jeremy, the Devil's Playground match debuting here at PK Park for Basebrawl 4. And you know what? In the history of the Devil's Playground match, it has been violent, it has been brutal, and it's been anything but pretty. So you got to look out if you're the champion, Charlie Avell. Let's take you to this video package and show you how we've come to this sordid, ghastly conclusion. Before becoming the most beautiful man in POW Pro Wrestling, and long before he bathed in the golden glow of the POW Championship, Charlie Avell was a young upstart who learned under the twisted tutelage of Drexel. For more than a year, the homicidal artist worked to shape Avell into a fighter in his own devious image. And together with Funny Bone, the group known as Most Violent had a stranglehold on POW. But the horrific harmony wouldn't last. Avell grew impatient with his place in the pecking order. He became brash and unpredictable. And before long, the relationship between mentor and protege exploded in violent fashion. At Altered Egos 2023, Drexel appeared to have put the final nail in Charlie's coffin. But much has changed for the two since then. Drexel has become an island unto himself after being forced to split from Funny Bone, while Avell has embraced his beautiful side to a massive benefit. Now surrounded by his new family in the dynasty, he has climbed to the top of the mountain to claim his first POW championship. At Basebrawl 4, it comes full circle as the Devil Drexel and Charlie Avell wage war one more time in a Devil's Playground match for the POW Pro Wrestling Championship. How low will Charlie go to hold back the Pacific Northwest's most hardcore psychopath? Can the Devil put down his former protege for good? Who will survive this brutal ballpark brawl? And what will be left of the winner?
POW Championship. POW Championship. Who's the prettiest of them all? Me, Charlie Avell. And as I ride high and becoming more successful here, there's always ghosts haunting me from my past. My old mentor, Drexel. I see you called me out. I'll lower myself down there. Go down where you're at and play by your terms. Your Devil's Playground for my championship. So next month, I accept your challenge. The most prettiest man in the land of pro wrestling. POW Pro Wrestling, Charlie Avell.
Square off, they're fighting!
Winfield says, hey, not me, buddy.
Morgan's coming after him.
Hey, over here, up on the big screen. Hey, pretty Charles. It's very good to see you again. I bet you weren't expecting a little message from your old mentor. but I didn't mean to interrupt your celebration. I just had two things. Number one, congratulations on becoming the new POW Heavyweight Champion. That's really, really cool. Congratulations on that. And then number two, who did you piss off around there? Because May 24th, you've got to defend your new POW Championship against me. And you know what? They said we get to do it. Devil's Playground rules. That means all violence is legal. So at Basebrawl 4, May 24th, I'm gonna bring a bat. I'm gonna take it to your balls. And then I'm stealing home with the POW Championship. See you later, pretty Charles.
Ooh, you know what, Jeremy? I think Charlie Avell, he's been able to skate by so far as POW Pro Wrestling Champion, but this Devil's Playground match against his former mentor, the Devil himself, Drexel, I don't know, Jay. I don't like his chances.
I have to say this. I'm all for the Charlie movement, Pretty Charlie. But Pretty Charlie's in trouble because this is called the Devil's Playground. It's called, I mean, you have the advantage when it's named after you.
This is going to be could be a walk in the park for Drexel. You know, he's been looking to get his hands on Charlie Avell for quite some time now. He thought he got the job done back in 2023, but since then Charlie has only gotten stronger, and with the dynasty around him, I think anything is possible. Well, folks, we have got not only that, but a huge evening of action lined up for you. Basebrawl 4, bases loaded. Let's run down the card one more time. You got that Devil's Playground match as Charlie Avell defends the POW title against the Devil Drexel. The #1 contender Basebrawl Scramble. The construction site match as the Hammer Brothers battle the Alpha Sigma Squad. A huge 12-person tag team matchup. And hey, Jay, don't forget about the tag team championship matchup. The Flamin' Aces are going to challenge the Hess Clan. And then, of course, hey, our good friend Sluggo is going to be there, so you know it's going to be a great night of action.
I'm tired of this Sluggo already. I mean, he's been a rereferee. He's been in a battle royal. Next thing you know, you're going to make him a commissioner. I'm tired of this guy. I'm done.
Now, wait, whoa! Jeremy's got his hands full with Sluggo, but you gotta tune in and watch on Saturday, May 24th to see what's gonna happen when POW Pro Wrestling returns for Basebrawl 4, Bases Loaded. It's happening Saturday, May 24th, right after the Emeralds Canadians game, approximately 7:30 to 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Powder Keg, you are not gonna wanna miss this action live here at the park or on our YouTube channel. For Jeremy Blanchard, who's currently indisposed, and for our good friend Sluggo, I'm Brian Zane, and we'll see you there.